I'm here at Lander's looking for the ingredients for the video that you've been requesting a lot. So after getting all these fresh ingredients, we're gonna head on to the kitchen studio. I understand that salads for a lot of people can be very boring, but salads can be an actual meal and can be heavy. And I know in the Philippines, we're not really used to having salads as a full-on meal, and it's usually considered a quote-unquote appetizer. I like to consider salads in two categories. You have your soft salads and your hard salads. Soft salads are things like lettuce, herbs, really light ingredients, and then your hard salads are things like, you can add roasted squash, roasted cauliflower, roasted broccoli. Any vegetable or protein that you can think of can actually go in a salad. The thing that really takes it up a level and takes it up a notch is the dressing you're gonna use. I get a lot of questions about how to make good salad dressing, so we thought it'd be fun to try to shoot as many dressings as we can. So we'll try to combine them in ways that make sense and in ways that people will hopefully want to eat them. So we're gonna start really simply with just a basic lemon and olive oil mix, which I absolutely love. So all you need is one fresh lemon, juice the whole lemon into a bowl. Once you have that, all you need to do is emulsify that liquid. So I'm gonna go very, very slowly with one hand, olive oil, and then just beating as I go to try to keep everything combined. Add in some salt and some pepper. In terms of texture, it's really up to you. This on its own could be great for a light salad, right? If you want to get it a little thicker, honestly, all you need to do is more olive oil and then just emulsify it even further. So you'll see that it got slightly wider, slightly thicker, still perfect to use. This is dressing number one. Now you have this basic lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper combination. How do you change it? How do you make it a bit more interesting? Well, I'm going to show you just that. So all I'm going to do now is, when you think of a classic French vinaigrette, you think of usually mustard and olive oil, right? So I'm going to do that as our second dressing. So you have this whole bulb of garlic that we just kind of smashed a little bit. You're going to grab a bowl and you're just going to run the garlic on the side of the bowl. So that it'll give us all the flavor without kind of like the bits and pieces that go into your mouth. So now I have this bowl that's prepped. You smell it. It smells like garlic. So all you want to do here is grab some good quality mustard. I'm using like an old school my mustard that has like these beautiful kind of like, mustard seeds and everything in there. Do 1 tablespoon of that. And I'm going to slowly start adding some extra virgin olive oil. Incorporate that first. Add a little bit more. You want to do this in a couple of steps to always making sure that you're not adding too much olive oil. Your texture is kind of going to be like a softer mayonnaise. Nicely emulsified, nice and together. It's exactly what you wanted. Simple as that. That is vinaigrette number 2. So now I have a lemon and oil, and I have a vinaigrette. The best part about this is you can actually now combine them. So I'm going to combine half of that here. Now you have some added lemon juice in there, as well as oil. It gets a bit more liquid. And there you have salad dressing number 3. I'm going to show you something now that's really good for like things like cucumbers, tomatoes, and it's for people who like, a slightly more creamy dressing. We're going to be using some Greek yogurt. I'm going to take some really good quality tahini, about 1 tablespoon of that, including some of its oil. I'm going to add the juice of 1/2 lemon, some pepper, a tiny bit of salt. The most important part here is to really break down that tahini, so really break it down. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil just to round it out. Perfect. You are the man. If you want another Greek yogurt variation, super simple again. Got 1 bowl here, Greek style yogurt. It's important to use the unsweetened type. Some good quality real honey. Pepper, salt, juice of 1/2 lemon. Whisk again. A little bit of olive oil. The olive oil just really helps get it nice and thick. Taste it. So now we're gonna go ahead and make one of my favorite, and it's kind of like a play or a variation on a pesto. So we're gonna start by crushing 2 bulbs of garlic, really quickly chopping those. Put that in the blender, and then we're gonna start filling that blender with some herbs. So beautiful basil. To that, we're gonna add in some parsley. See, parsley, a lot of people actually don't use the stalks. Honestly, I like to use a little bit of the stalks because there's so much flavor in there. You can always use stalks also if you don't want to use them now. If you want to use them to infuse oils or anything like that, they're absolutely fantastic for stalks. So never throw away the stalks. Then we're gonna go ahead and add our extra virgin olive oil. You can be very generous with this. I like doing these with a variety of nuts. I'm gonna use some pine nuts, some fresh Parmesan cheese, crack of pepper. You could leave it at that if you want, but I watched the Massimo Bottura, Bottura, I think. One of the best chefs in Italy. Kind of does Italian food in a non-traditional spin, and I watched a video of him making pesto, and one of the things he said is he likes to add a little bit of sugar just to balance it out, and ever since I tried that, it changed everything. So everything's in there. Close it up, and I'll go ahead and run the blender. Once that first blend is done, try it obviously. And there you have kind of like a simple pesto. Beautiful in all situations. This would be perfect on like some roasted sweet potatoes or on some roasted squash. Even if it's a little cold, and keep this nice and warm. I mean, not warm, but at room temperature, perfect. Okay, last 2, really simple, both Asian inspired. One is the base, which you can have by itself, which is kind of like a garlic ginger dressing. And the second one is a variation using that as a base. So basically 2 dressings that can be made from the base of 1 dressing. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by just smashing some garlic. Do the same thing with some ginger. All of that goes into my blender. Soy sauce, sesame oil, some rice vinegar. You can use a lime, but I'm pretty sure in the Philippines it's very hard to find limes. So usually you find green lemons, this is what we call them. And then I'm gonna finish it with just a little bit of honey. Once you have that base blend, you'll be able to tell how much oil you'll need to add because it'll be very liquid at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and add some oil. This is good as is. Give it a taste. That would be perfect on like, it's super tangy, that soy really comes in. Perfect on like grated carrots, some radish, some jicama, some lettuce, some arugula, all those things, that would blend perfectly. This is dressing number 7. So you have this beautiful kind of soy ginger garlic paste. Now let's turn it into a peanut butter dressing by just adding like about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and 2 splashes of fish sauce. Last and final dressing, number 8. Okay, so we have 8 dressings, that's a lot. How do you build the perfect salad? Well, I'm not gonna show you that, that's for another video, or else this video is gonna be way too long. I'm just gonna show you a very quick example. I've got some arugula here. I have some of the fresh parsley that you can add in. Then why not, let's add some lettuce. So this really should just have all the space it needs to kind of gather all this flavor. So I'm gonna separate these in 2 bowls. One side, I'm gonna have the tahini dressing that we had a while ago. On the other side, I'm gonna have the pesto. Some green in there, some greens in there. Toss in the pesto with the salad. Same thing with the Greek one. There's your kind of like Greek Mediterranean tahini salad. And then on this side, we have the pesto, arugula, and lettuce salad. So that's what you call a simple salad. Like, they look delicious, but these are still appetizers. So how do you turn from an appetizer to an actual meal? Well, we had some broccoli, so I'll cut those up. And I'm showing you this because this is how I cook at home. It's really just about using leftovers and whatever you have in your pantry, the things that you've cooked already. Pieces of kangkong in there, it doesn't really matter. Then I have this salmon that we also cooked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flake that salmon. Then I'm gonna take back this arugula salad with the pesto, toss all this together. And from kind of like a really simple, like little green salad appetizer, this is a full meal. I still add some pine nuts. Why not add some pine nuts there? Black pepper. That's delicious. You know what the best thing is too? You can basically add any of these. That Greek yogurt with salmon would be perfect. I really hope you guys find this video really useful. Let me know what else you want to see. Do you want us to do a second part where we actually make salads? It's gonna be a lot of ingredients, but if you guys want it, we'll do it. See you guys next time. Bye.